Let's talk about when horror crosses the line into pure fetish. I'm Jade and I review splatterpunk and extreme horror books. If you haven't heard of splatterpunk, it's a genre of horror that's supposed to be extreme. Think graphic violence, body horror, social taboos, but usually for a reason. It's terribly ugly on purpose, and there's always something deeper behind the gore. Recently, I picked up two of Rain Havoc's books, XX and Boys Will Be Boys. I was excited to check Rain Havoc out because you don't often see women in the splatterpunk or extreme horror genre. The two books that I read from her don't feel like splatterpunk or extreme horror. Honestly, they read like extremely graphic, grape erotica with little to no plot. The scenes are so focused on prolonged sexual violence that it actually starts to feel boring at times. When the violence isn't serving a purpose, it's not giving fear, dread, or moral discomfort, and it's just prolonged scenes of descriptive sexual assault, it stops feeling like horror. And this is the line I feel Rain Havoc crosses. There's a big difference in books that are written to explore depravity and others that are written to get off on it. I know this distinction may seem kind of silly. However, I feel it's important. If everything extreme is being labeled as splatterpunk, I feel we're diluting a genre that's actually full of extremely talented, powerful, and brilliant writers. Personally, I didn't enjoy Rain Havoc's books. They just weren't for me. Not every author is going to be your cup of tea. Out of the three books I read from her, I felt the characters and the plot lacked depth. There were a lot of grammar and spelling mistakes. The characters in the book who were assaulted were all children or teenagers. Lastly, it wasn't necessarily that I couldn't handle these books. I am actually an essay survivor myself, and I've read a ton of books that were descriptive when it came to those kind of scenes. They don't really make me uncomfortable anymore, having been through it myself. I feel the line that I had to draw with these is just how they were written. I'm thinking of making a part two where I actually review the three books that I read from Havoc because there is a lot that I left out in this video. So, where would you guys draw the line between horror and smut? And if any of you have read Rain Havoc, am I wrong to say that this feels more like smut than it does splatterpunk? I don't know. Let me know. And with that, thank you for watching.